It's got a spring reverb, so you can go. What a good day for Main Street, brought to you by BlackRock. Yeah. It's like we bought everything you love and consolidated it for you, BlackRock. Now a subsidiary of Disney.
Welcome, everybody. Please stand for our opening number. Yeah, stand as you're able for Lean On Me.
If you can't stand, lean on someone. There you go. I, like many of you, have been combating whatever allergies have been going around. So we'll just all sing out of tune together. It'll be great. That's where I'm at today.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Let's try just do it. So just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. You got to call me, you got to call me. You got to call me. You got to call me.
Let's take it to non-white church. Ready?
Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Say good morning to each other.
Pitch, man, is like, I really have to, I'm really thinking about where the note actually is. Like,
The gong has rung. Let's find our seats. All right, good morning, everybody. Today's picture submission is from Trina. It's to Medicine Lake at Glacier National Park. Isn't that magnificent? So you too can get your pictures put into the slides. You just need to submit them to me. I've gotten quite a few, so I'm trying to rotate them, and I hope that I never run out, so we'll find out. All right. Welcome to Unity of Flagstaff, where all are welcome. If you're a first-time visitor, please feel free to fill out one of the blue info cards out in the lobby. You can put it in the basket later, or you can hand it to one of the greeters that you met on the way in. And today's Celebration Sunday, so let's talk about over here and over there and out there, all around the world. Everyone's welcome at Unity of Flagstaff. I'm your host, Sean McCurnan, and we are filmed in front of a live studio audience. Let's make some noise. Did you know that we're not only viewed here in Arizona, but slowly we're becoming international? I know for sure we've got at least 2 people watching out of Mexico. I'm sure you can figure out who. All right. And you know, if you're watching this show right now, and I suspect that you are, Celebration Sunday happens on the first week of the month, where we acknowledge all the great things that happen here at Unity of Flagstaff. So let's start out with birthdays and anniversaries. Who's got birthdays and anniversaries in March to celebrate? Well, we'll start with you, Michael.
I was born, it'll be 73 years ago. God, that's a long time. So it's on March 9th, 1953 is when I entered this world. Oh, and my daughter, God, why can I forget her? She's going to be 40 on Tuesday, March 3rd.
And how lucky and blessed we have been with Michael.
My birthday is March 27th.
We have 2 birthdays, March 4th and March 8th for my grandson and my daughter. So,
Family coming in?
yeah, oh yeah.
Well, I forgot the calendar upstairs, so you guys will have to help me if there's more March dates on there.
Anybody know any jokes for, the next 30 seconds?
What we'll do is we'll just continue your prayer requests if you or your birthday
Or
anniversary.
celebrations.
Prayer
yeah.
celebrations. Yeah, other celebrations. We'll find you celebrations.
Oh, Marcia's got one.
Lots of fun at the Master Chorale concert last night. That was a bunch of silly songs.
Other celebrations?
Got St. Patrick's Day on the 17th. We don't have a lot of birthdays on this month. That's all right, though. Go ahead.
As a celebration, we've got our new potential leader person going to be here next week. So it's Saturday's a class where we can get a feel for the guy, a hint away anyway. And then Sunday he'll do the service and we'll do a potluck. So remember that, and it's a celebration that we're to this point with a potential leader.
I'll have more info about that later.
Last week I was not here because I was in the emergency room at the hospital and going through my cheap thrills. I spent Sunday night, except they're not cheap, and they turned me loose, and I am okay. I just got to build up my strength again. begin, but I am ever so thankful.
So are we.
So March 3rd is a very powerful full moon eclipse, and it's all about dreaming the world we want into fruition. So it's a really powerful visualizing day, which I know we all love. So I wanted to share that with you.
I have a celebration. So the other shoe has dropped with our anticipated move, and we are going to be staying in our same building in a different unit, and it'll probably be happening around mid-April. And the gratitude is that our property manager seems very willing to work with us and let us move in over the course of a whole week instead of having to turn over in a day. And we really love the new layout of the place we're moving into. So it's turned into a very exciting thing. So I'll keep you posted as we may need help moving. But thank you so much for all your prayers and just helping us manifest this perfect place for ourselves.
Wonderful.
And yesterday, the planets aligned. And in 14 years, that will happen again. And I feel like every 14 years, we have a new celebration and a new mindset for what's coming next.
All right, any other anniversaries or birthdays we want to celebrate? Why don't you lead us and sing a happy birthday to everybody?
Key of F. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everyone. Happy birthday, dear everyone. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. All right, if you volunteer here at Unity of Flagstaff, raise your hand. Look at all these wonderful people who volunteer around here. I couldn't do all this by myself, so thank you. Let's give them a big round of applause. And this month's calendar sponsors are Helen and Michael Farrell. You wanna tell us about the picture, or? Michael's sister took this on a safari in South Africa. Excellent. Thank you for your submission. All righty. Now let's talk money. So check this out. So we had money coming in, bills going out, money coming in, bills going out, money coming in. We're doing good. Look at that. We're up on the upward trend overall. So this is fantastic. Thank you, guys. Let's give everybody a round of applause for donating. We couldn't do this without you. So I think that based on the trajectory we're going, we'll keep doing this slow, steady grind, and that's perfectly all right. Okay, and then the orange line, that is our money getting ready to be invested. The board meeting coming up this next week. The investors coming out to meet with the board, and this will be in the works soon. And then if you want to contribute to the investment account, we will let you know all the details. So let's talk about the investment opportunities, because our latest round of interest has hit. So we had that $10,000 principal donation, and from December to February, we've accrued, a little tiny bit of interest, because it's just sitting there not being invested right now. But we got $52.83 in interest that has come in. So that is our total. And so this morning, I am proud to announce that I will personally be making a donation to bring this total up to $10,053.
Big spender.
You'll double it, all right. It's all part of my long-running commitment to not make church accountants deal with uneven amounts.
Just round up. It's totally ethical.
All right, let's get into our regular announcements. We have a GoFundMe up for J.D. Graham. Many of you know J.D., and I'm going to turn this over to Ryan.
So many of you know J.D. Graham. He came here and spoke with us and played for us. He was involved in a head-on collision with a semi-truck. Somehow he is alive. I mean, those of you who know his story, he was in jail for a long time, was a drug addict for a number of years, and has just overcome a lot. He has a broken neck, broken back, perforated heart, maybe some brain damage. He is alive and somehow talking and able to move all his limbs, and he's the toughest guy I've ever met. If you need details, they have his daughter and wife just started GoFundMe. His wife actually just finished cancer treatment 6 months ago, so this is a hard thing. He's the hardest working guy I've ever met. He's got a fire in him to share his message of what he wants to do. So if you're interested in that in any way, come find me, and we're just hoping for a recovery for him because it's going to be a long road forward. But he's tough. He's the toughest guy I know too, so he'll make a comeback. I know it.
We also have the link to his GoFundMe in the newsletter, so you can check it out there. Yeah, we'll add him to the prayer list. All right, let's talk about the Amazon wish list. So we've had a lot of good things purchased from the wish list, and I'm going to do a shout out to Jory Malice for this item in particular. It's a coin sorter. So after Noisy Can, this will be very helpful to our volunteer that helps count the coins. My mother. So now it won't take hours to count coins. It should take a lot less time. So anyways, if you can also purchase supplies for us. I try to update the wish list as I have conversations with church folks, the board, etc. So check it out. The link's in the newsletter. Note on this QR code. It's I don't know what's going on with it. It's been diverting to ads before it goes to Amazon. So I'm going to try and fix this. So just a heads up. The needs board, we still have a couple things out on the needs board. I don't know if it ever made it on there, but we still need a snow shovel. It doesn't seem like it, but we need one. The church does not own a snow shovel, so we could use one. So if you find one on clearance, that'd be great. But let me know. All right, Unity Coffee Hour. They'll be meeting next Wednesday, 9:30 a.m., Campus Coffee Bean. Right, Kate? All right. A book study, you got 2 weeks left with the current book, and we got the details on the new book in the newsletter. I'll update the slide when we get closer to that. Open mic night's coming up on Saturday, March 7th. If you got any questions, go to Sandra. All right, now let's talk about the new minister coming in. So yes, we got a 2-day event that's full of happenings. So Michael's going to lead a prosperity. His name is Michael Monasterio, coming here from Palm Beach, Florida. He's going to lead a prosperity class at 2 p.m. Saturday, March 7th here in the center. If you can't make it, we're going to put a link in the newsletter so you can watch it on Zoom. We want as many people as possible to participate, watch the class, and same thing with when he's the guest speaker on Sunday. So after the prosperity class, we'll have a Q&A session for attendees in the room, and we can run that up until 5 p.m., and then we'll got to clear out for our AA friends. All right, and then Sunday, March 8th at 10:30 a.m., Mike will be participating in our celebration Sunday. He'll be the guest speaker, and we're going to make him do a whole lot more. We're going to make him do prayers and meditation and all that fun stuff. So it'll be good. We're going to have some feedback sheets available because we want to know your honest opinions, and we'll take that to the board. And afterwards, we're going to have a potluck so you can enjoy a meal with the minister candidate. Please sign up for that out in the foyer. And then about 1 o'clock or so, we'll open the floor to a Q&A session so he can ask us questions that we can answer and we can ask him questions. And it should just be a very good opportunity for everybody to get to meet this minister candidate. All right, and Flagstaff Family Food Center, it's coming up again, Monday, March 9th. I need volunteers to sign up. The sign-up's out in the foyer, or you can email me and let me know. All right, if you own a local business, here's the pricing to advertise for 6 months or a year. And there's our local business partners. Let's do a round of applause for our local business partners. Well, hang on, can you adjust the cable? The problem when you run long cables is they're heavy. So the slightest thing will make a disconnect. All righty. I got no. Can you change it, Hayden? I don't. Did it freeze? Yeah. Okay. Stand by, everybody.
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do the noisy count. Wait, I need 2 volunteers. Come on up here. Anyone more? Anybody? Yeah, come. Sure. Just shake it and go around there, buddy. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program. Here at Unity of Flagstaff, we have 4 ways to pray. You can ask a prayer partner for prayer. Prayer partners, if you're in the room, raise your hands. Prayer partners are available after the service here at the Serenity Room. You can call 1-800-NOW-PRAY for 24/7 prayers. And we have a prayer box. Uh-oh, Michael disappeared. We got a prayer box right over here. If you write in prayers, we'll hold them in consciousness for 30 days. You can also contact the center here at 928-526-8893. All right, and leading us this morning in opening prayer, Shar Snipes. Come on up. She's our prayer partner, volunteer, and friend. Round of applause, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. It's nice to see you all here today. I wanted to share a little bit about the prayer is adapted from this little pamphlet called Mornings with Myrtle, and there's pamphlets out. Helen, there's a few others out there for people. You're welcome to help yourselves. And then I'm also doing the meditation, and so I'm going to do a little plug for our book study. So we're going to be doing the 5 principles, and after each principle, after each chapter, there's a meditation. So today I'm going to be doing the meditation from principle number 2. So enough for announcements, and let's just please join me in prayer. And let's just relax into this time together. You can close your eyes, take a big breath. In the stillness of this moment, we open our hearts and mind to embrace broader perspectives and deeper understandings of ourselves and each other. We release any fear or defensiveness that may arise when we are facing different opinions. We recognize that conflict serves as a catalyst for growth, and we confidently meet it as a divine opportunity to embrace the full spectrum of life's dynamic nature. We welcome the shift in consciousness that we may be an emissary of acceptance, peace, kindness, and love. As we open our souls to transformation, we embrace a deeper understanding of oneness, aware that we are one with all that is good, kind, and loving. We trust we are divinely guided to do what is ours to do. We walk in peace and kindness, extending it to all those lives we touch. We are blessed, we are grateful, and so it is, and so we let it be. And so now we're going to move into prayer requests and gratitudes if anyone wants to share with the community. And remember, God knows the details. Here's right here.
I have a prayer request for my neighbor who has just discovered a cancerous lump under her arm, and it will be removed soon. Her name is Sherry, and I just want to see all things go well for her.
Thank you, Marilyn. Let's take a moment to hold Sherry in our open hearts. Let's surround her with love, compassion, and knowing. And we know the divine spirit is within this situation, and we see only the highest good.
I just want to give a gratitude for my daughter. She's doing much better, and thank you for all the prayers that you have provided.
Thank you, Matt. It's good to know that Natalie is doing better, and thank you for having her on our prayer list. So we appreciate the celebration.
My friend Susan cares for her husband John at home. They live in Novato, California. He's in hospice, so it's a big change.
So we hold Susan and John in our hearts, and we hold them in compassion, and we hold them in light and ease and comfort. And we know the divine spirit is within all. So it is.
I got a report back about the spot that they biopsied on my shoulder, and yeah, it is cancer. So I go in tomorrow to begin whatever we're going to begin and decide what we're going to decide about that. And so I would appreciate prayers regarding that cancer spot. And also that I had some tests regarding the blindness that I have, and it's with the results are now with the blindness specialist, and please pray that he will see what he needs to see, understand what he needs to understand, and he can help me do anything better about my vision. Thank you for the prayers.
Hi, Kate. We have you on our prayer list, and we're holding you in light, in healing light. And we know ease, and we see you whole. We know oneness, and we know ease and comfort as you go through these situations. And so it is.
My babysitter that I adopted as a sister, she's a teacher, and her class has been very crazy all year, and I would like prayers that her class will calm down.
Thank you, River. So let's just hold this class in our hearts, and let's see them just knowing guidance And knowing that peace and calm helps learning. And we appreciate your ability to be part of this change, River. Thank you.
I would like to give thanks for the prayer team support I've had. A couple weeks ago, I was in a lot of pain and limited to what I could do with my back, and I'm doing much better. And that's it. Thanks.
We celebrate that with you, Steve. We're happy to see you feeling better, and we're thankful for you.
Hello. This is for both me and Yesenia. So just a lot of change at work lately. A lot of stuff going on with Yesenia's work, and then maybe some losses as well with some individuals. So it's a bit just tough in that regard. And then my work as well. Some compression, some changes that we hope end in more stability.
And Nick, right? So Nick and Yesenia, we hold you in our hearts, and we know the divine spirit works through and in us. And as we acknowledge this spirit, we relax into knowing peace and ease. And so it is.
Yesterday afternoon, I became very, very deeply thankful when I heard a bunch of noise in my backyard. Bless my daughter and her honey. They had come over, put up whatever they needed to do to get the pine needles out of my gutters. They cleaned them out. They didn't want me to do it anymore because some of you will not believe this. I am 92. And I am not as stable as I used to be physically. Consequently, I don't trust myself where I used to be every time at this time of year on a ladder cleaning my gutters. Not anymore. Bless Christy, bless her honey, Jeff. Yes.
Thank you, Norm. We celebrate your wisdom in staying off the ladder. And we celebrate your daughter and her husband with their help. Thank you for sharing.
That should be the PSA for almost all of you here too. Don't get on the ladder. Call me or call someone. Don't do this anymore. No more of this. No more. Just don't.
We've been there, done that.
Charlotte and I are grateful for the prayer team support of us. And I must say, we're also grateful that we wake up every morning together and enjoy the day. So, thank you.
Thank you, Bob and Charlotta. We love seeing you here, and we're thankful for you. Thank you for being here.
I've got one. I would like to hold our world leaders in prayer, that they recognize the wisdom of peace among nations, and that is in the best interests of the citizens of their country and of humankind. So I just would love some prayers around our world leaders.
Thank you, Trina. We have had our world leaders on our prayer team list for at least a year. and we are surrounding them, our world leaders, with compassion, with guidance, with wisdom, with knowing the truth of who we are. And we're trusting our faith in knowing the needs and the highest good for all of us. We know peace. We are peace. Amen.
Hello. I want to express gratitude for the Crystalline Grid Network. Gordon Kyler in Albuquerque at the Unity Church, we went through a series of Spider-Man. So thinking of it like a web that goes around the world, and that groups like this, all the Unities, so many other groups, millions of people that put their light, their love, their energy, prayers into the world and the new world we're creating. And it was very clear with the alignment of the planets last night, how much energy is going around the world, not just with humans, but the animals and the plants and the alignment with the stars. So I'm just in gratitude of the love, unconditional love that flows through this world.
Thank you, Susan. We know our oneness, so it is. Okay, so we're grateful. Everybody's complete. We're grateful for the words spoken and unspoken here today. We're grateful for the power of prayer. And so we're going to move on to the unity principle number 2. Human beings are divine at their core and therefore inherently good. The short version, I am divine. And so now we take this time for meditation. So close your eyes, breathe in, and relax into this time. And in this moment, this time of centering, we relax into the breath. And in this breath, we acknowledge the God within. In this breath, we fully grasp the realization, the knowing, the acceptance of the divine beings that we are. So now, as I turn within, I retreat from outer awareness and enter my soul, the divine in me. It is here that I know my connection to spirit. Deep within, I find the peace that passes understanding. Deep within, I find the knowledge of all things and the awareness of absolute good. Deep within, I touch the gifts that are God. It is here that I receive wisdom and guidance, that I know truth and understanding, that I am strengthened and comforted. This is the divine essence that I am. The core of me is God. and from the God within me, I can do anything. And to the blessings that flood my being, I allow the flow of Spirit in and through me. And now we listen in silence. And now, as we arise from our resting space, we know acceptance and peace. We are expressions of the divine. Our essence is God.
La 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 You've been so kind and gentle. I don't know why you keep. I've got nothing. Let's try this. Let's see if we can lower it. Man, allergies. Okay, I think the voice might have just given out. So we're just going to play instrumental, okay? We're going to play something you guys just sit on, because that's not going to work right now for whatever reason. Sorry about that. It's just not coming out. We'll try to get some tea in between. We'll see if the next song will be good. So sit and meditate to this. It'll be a pretty instrumental one.
Thank you for bearing with me on that one. Thank you.
Now I'd like to welcome up today's guest speaker, Marilyn Chase.
Hi there. You know, a couple of weeks ago when Sean let me know I was going to be able to speak, I was really excited about coming in. And then I got the idea of a topic. You know, I wanted to do the power of kindness. And then I spent a lot of time looking up stuff about it and thinking about it. Okay, there we go. Hi. Anyway, as I kept examining the whole idea of kindness, what came to me is I wanted to talk about cultivating kindness, because I thought the people that come into this room, most of you all understand the power of kindness. I mean, who hasn't been touched by seeing kindness happen in front of us somewhere? And especially, have you ever noticed when it's children, when it's young children? My grandson over here, when he was little, he used to come over and the cousins would come over, and he was always sure. He always made sure there were 3 little girls, you know, and 2 of them would always pair up. You know how that goes? And he would always make sure that the 3rd one was entertained too. He was always so kind. And it seems so spontaneous with children. And there's such a gentleness and humility is part of kindness too. It's hard to be kind when you're not humble. You know, people that are not humble and try to be kind, have you ever been around them? Okay, so you do know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Well, this second principle, all human beings are divine in their nature. I need to let you know that for the longest time I had a real problem with that. I look out in the world and sometimes the things I see, they don't look kind to me. They don't look divine to me. They look mean. And that's always hard, I notice. 46 years ago, I had a moment in my life of clarity that showed up, and I realized that I was headed in the wrong direction. I was headed way in the wrong direction. I was angry. I was resentful. I was sad and disappointed. I thought life had really let me down. And I didn't realize what that had done to me. But in this moment, I had this moment where I could not deny how mean-spirited I had become. Mean and defensive. I lived in defenses. And when you do that, you start to hear things that come towards you like they're criticisms. It's like people can't talk to you straight because you get upset. And I don't know about you, but I've never been able to think about kindness in the middle of an upset. Yeah? Really. And so as I thought about this topic, and what I wanted to convey to everybody was not about the power of kindness, but what does it take to cultivate it? What does it take to begin to become a kind person when you wander around and you live in your defenses? Yeah? I didn't think I was not kind. I thought of myself as a kind person. But it would have been hard to figure that out if you were around me. Yeah, you'd have had to dig deep, and that's what I thought. I thought, well, if they really knew me, but the person who didn't know me was me. Yeah, I didn't know that I didn't know how to be kind. I didn't know what was in my way. And one of the things that I found out that was big in my way is I was a person who needed to be right. I didn't know how to talk to a person and have them have a different point of view and be able to allow them to keep that view without trying to get them to see it my way. And I've learned since then through a lot of work. 46 years, a lot of these things that I would talk about today did not happen overnight. I'm not telling you something that I mean is going to change things overnight, because in my experience, nothing changed overnight. Some things took me years. So the first thing I started working with was a desire to stop being right. I don't know if you've ever tried that. It's not easy. Especially if you're a person who thinks if you're not right, you must be wrong. That really got in my way. So one of the things I'd like to do for any of you that have that yourself, feel like that, I'd like you to understand that there are many angles to look at something from. And when a person has a different perspective, even if it's diametrically opposed to mine, I don't have to give up my perspective to let them have theirs. I didn't know that before. I didn't know I could look through your eyes and not give up my own. Charles Fillmore said, words are also seeds, and when dropped into the invisible spiritual substance, they grow and bring forth their kind. I don't know about you, but I believe that. I believe that how I operate around people makes a difference. That even when I get angry at my dog for getting in my way, I've fallen asleep. That I don't have to be irritable with my animals. I live alone. Living alone can be hard because there's nobody you come up against, nobody to argue with, nobody to see where you're in a bad mood, nobody to change it for. So I started noticing when I was, get out of my way of the dog, you know, and it's like, oh, where are you today? You're not present. And that's one of the things I want to talk about in this talk, because I think that being kind is a demonstration of the spiritual essence we come into this world with. And that it's an opportunity to express love out into the world. And that there's not a whole lot of that we see all the time, that the more we could see it, the better. I loved one time in here, I came here because I met Penny, who was our former minister, for those of you who don't know. And I remember her talking about something that really impressed me. She talked about being in a line. It was late. There were a lot of people in this line. Everybody was getting aggravated because they all wanted to go home. It was around dinner time. And suddenly, she noticed what was going on. So when she got up and it was her turn, she made sure to talk to the reception lady that she was interacting with, to ask her how she was doing, to take some time to see how all this pressure was affecting her. And I thought to myself, how many times had I been in line and not thought about the pressure that was going on for someone else? Not thought that maybe I could make a difference. And that's the thing. So I started putting stuff up against. The only way I knew how to change anything wasn't because I would remember it. I don't know about you, but I don't always remember to be kind. I don't always remember to do some of the things I want to start doing. So for me, I found questions work. So when I would be upset with a person, I would ask myself, do you want to be right? Do you want to have this relationship work? Well, in the beginning, I wanted to be right a lot of times. there's a strong pull towards that. So, but as I worked with it, and I'll tell you, it took me a good 3 years working with this one. I started finding other ways to talk to people when I was upset. I found when somebody was upset and they came around and talked to me, if I just looked at them and said, "Are you okay? You want to tell me what's going on? You seem upset with me. You want to tell me more about that?" That it didn't cost me anything. In fact, it gave me satisfaction in watching somebody who was upset just calm down and be able to be present and tell me what was going on for them. And you know what? Usually after I did that, everything was fine. And I didn't have to get mad. I didn't have to be nasty. And eventually, I even started being kind. Because I think that's naturally where we want to be. I found that a lot of the upsets that I had in life that kept me from being kind were because I expected people to respond to me differently than the way they did. I know you've never had that happen. I don't think, maybe. And, you know, we talk a lot in here about affirmation. And what I found out about a lot of these upsets was that I kept affirming them. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but if you keep having the same kind of upset over again and over again, this person that you care about's always late. They're late all the time. You get upset every time they're late. So you keep affirming that they're wrong. They should be doing it different. A lot of those times when we have expectations, what it's about is we think people should be different from the way that they are because we're so perfect. Because we always do the right thing. We're always kind, aren't we? Except when we're upset. You know. So for me, cultivating upsets was a lot about learning to manage me. I don't know if you ever take apart things and look at what you've decided about your upsets, but it's fascinating to do it. I mean, just think about the simple one about how many people in here get upset about drivers over and over and over, about waiting in lines over and over and over, about the fact that your friend doesn't show up on time, about, yeah. And when we do those, when we're upset with people, are we kind? Is that when you're kind? So I called it cultivating because I see it as kind of starting to try and take away some of those things that keep my natural kindness from coming out. Because when I don't have anything going on and I can just be present with somebody, it's very easy to be kind. You know, kindness is not something I have to put up and go, remember. I'll tell you something. I found that the bad stuff in life is much easier to remember than the good stuff. I was talking, I do a little counseling on the side every once in a while with people, and I was talking with a person this morning, and they were talking about unfairness. We were talking about, because this person tends to think that things are unfair, and we had this talk, and I go, yeah, they are. Now, life is not fair. First of all, you have to understand that. But then I said, you know, I looked at that a long time ago, and when you look at it as individuals, if I'm kind to you, I expect you to be kind back. That one doesn't work for me. What I've discovered is that the more kindness I give out, the more goodness comes back in my life. Now, it doesn't always come from the same people. And that's the thing we talked about, was what we tend to do is pick out individuals who were mad because it's unfair because of that particular person. But when you look at the whole, it's not like that. There's more people I find that are kind and good to me than that are not. I don't know about you, but that seems to be true in my life. I find a lot more wonderful people than, well, let's say jerks, and be nice. Now, in the old days, before this moment, my motto was, if a jerk talks to you, you talk back to a jerk. Yeah. And if a human being talks to you, you talk back to a human being. Then, after I started doing my work, I found out it was really wonderful to meet a jerk and be kind and see them transform in front of your eyes. I mean, that is cool. It was much more fun than the sarcasm I used to use, because I used to pride myself on being able to one-up anybody. You know, what a thing. Today I'm ashamed of that. But I have to say that I have learned how to empower people, and that it's much more fun than one-upping them. So how about you? When was the last time somebody's kindness made a difference for you? Everybody close your eyes for a moment and try and think back and see how long that's been. And when was the last time you did something kind that made your heart feel full? Just for a minute. And how about the last time you said something sharp to someone you love? Yeah, we do that, don't we? And it doesn't leave a good taste in my mouth. I don't know about you, but it doesn't in mine. So one of the things that I've found that you can do, well, that I did, is start to take a situation that went wrong and afterwards ask yourself, if it would have gone the way I wanted, what would have happened? And how would I have gotten there? This is a review I do a lot. It's how I've learned to be kind instead of mean. It's how I've learned to speak truth instead of an automatic reaction that goes to shut another person down. I didn't know how to have boundaries, so I had anger instead. I didn't know how to tell you I didn't want to do something, so I got upset with you in place of it. What do you do in place of being kind? And what could you do to start being kind instead? These are the things I want to leave you with today. I want you to try and look and see where you can cultivate kindness in your life and the life of those around you. Thank you.
Want to sing?
I got something instead. We'll work. So this is an exercise in kindness and grace, because you all know I make my whole living playing music. When you can't quite sing right, you don't know what's going on. But you have to show yourself some type of grace, right? Grace is a hard thing to show ourselves time in and time out, because sometimes what you have to give that day is what you have to give that day. And when you're in front of people all the time, sometimes you don't have as much to give as you do other days. And I don't know about you all who are perfectionists, but sometimes that just doesn't feel very good, right? Just like, but wouldn't you know how good it could be if I could do it? Well, I can't today. So I'm going to do a version, arrangement I do of Amazing Grace. And it sort of reflects my complex relationship with this idea. But it's got to be in tune.
Thank you, Ryan. Well, we already did noisy can, so let's move on ahead. Let's prepare for our celebration of abundance. If I could get my helpers up here. And Marilyn, you did such a good job speaking. You want to be board basket blesser? Sure.
If you'll say this with me, our board consciousness is abundance. We are an abundant and thriving community. Our second board consciousness is for the new minister. We are attracting the best new minister for Unity of Flagstaff, who leads and inspires us into our next phase of spiritual growth and service. We release limitation and give from abundance. We are abundant. Thank you, Spirit. I just want to say a few things while we're doing this. Next week, for those of you who are in the audience online and those of you who are here, we would really appreciate everybody attending or listening to our new candidate, because it's going to be very important. Our ministry here will be voting on whether we accept this person as our new minister or not. So your input is very much wanted.
So if we're not here and we're watching online, how do we vote?
Just email me. Yeah, if you're watching online, you want to give feedback, vote yes, I want this person, no, I don't, email me, office@unityoflagstaff.org.
I'm looking for everybody's input.
If not, we'll find you. No, I'm just kidding. All right, come on back up. Oh, all right, hang on. All right, if everyone will join me. Thank you for this bounty. Thank you for this community. Thank you for the good we do and will do. We are joy-filled, and so it is. All right, please stand as you're able. We'll close out on Lean on Me.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long, and I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Call me, everybody call me, call me.
We work it out here at Unity of Flagstaff.
If everyone will join me in the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. Claim the light. The love of God enfolds us. Claim the love. The power of God protects us. Claim the power. The presence of God watches over us. Claim the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Create an amazing week, everybody. Thank you.